so he understand, amen, that he was in need of salvation. Amen. You have to realize that you need God. You have to realize that you need to be saved. You have to realize that you need Jesus. Amen. With all the things that you got going on in your life, you have to realize that you need Jesus. Amen. You have to realize that you have to be saved. Amen. Stop trying to do it your way. Amen. Stop trying to go out there, amen, and get success. Amen. Your way. Amen. Stop trying to do the things that you think you big and bad and do. Amen. Because I'm here to tell you it will not work. Amen. Will not work. It will not work. So you have to understand that you need a salvation. Amen. I don't care where you go. Amen. You're to move to China. Amen. If you don't got God, it won't work. Amen. You got to understand, when you have God, amen, God can bless you anywhere you are at. He can keep you. Amen. He can prosper you. He can open up doors for you. Amen. He can do the impossible. Amen. Amen. When you thought what you think you cannot do, God can do. Amen. But you got to give him a chance. Amen. You got to give him an opportunity to let him work for you. Amen. And then it says, so shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproached me. For I trust in thy word. Amen. We have to trust him. Amen. We have to trust him when we can't trace him. Amen. We got to trust him when we can't feel him. Amen. When it seems like it's hard, when we seem like we're in a ditch, when it seems like, amen, our back is against the wall, we have to trust him. Amen. I don't care what's going on. All odds could be against you, but you got to trust him. Amen. Because you have to know that God will bring you out. You have to know that you're coming out. You have to know that your turnaround is on his way. Amen. You got to understand times and seasons. Amen. You have to understand change. Amen. You have to understand what you're going through is just for a season. Amen. That season have to pass. Amen. Just like fall and winter, just like spring, amen, and summer, amen. Every season is different. It changes. Just like what you're going through, and you have to understand, you might be having bad right now, but you can't have it bad always. Amen. Good has to come sooner or later, because it's only for a season. Amen. Just like if you're having a good, you have to realize, amen, that you can have a bad. That's why, amen, the Lord let us know to seek the Lord and prepare ourselves for these different seasons, because you never know when a season is going to change. Yes. And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hope in thy judgment. Yes. So shall I keep thy law continually forever and ever. Amen. Keep thy law continually forever and ever. I shall not fornicate. I shall not lie. I shall not steal. Amen. I shall not do anything, amen, or serve any other God besides thee, because he is a jealous God. Amen. Sometimes we take God for granted. Sometimes we take God, amen, lightly unto their like, amen, that he's not a God of judgment. Amen. Like he won't send judgment, amen, to your house. Amen. Because the Bible let us know, amen, that the wrath of God will come upon the children of disobedience. Amen. So he said, I will keep his law continually. I will keep it. Amen. I will love you. Amen. I will keep you because, amen, my life is in your hand. Amen. I am dependent on you. My success is dependent on you. If I keep your law, if I make the right decisions, if I make the right choices, if I choose rightly, if I live right. And it said, and I will walk at liberty, for I see thy precepts. I will walk at liberty. I have freedom unto that. Yes. Amen. We have freedom to walk at liberty. Amen. We have freedom. He said, I will walk at liberty. Yes. Amen. To be able to do what God has called me to do. Amen. I want to let you know today, amen, it's okay to spread your wings. Amen. It's okay to launch out in the deep. It's okay, amen, to go for, amen, and do what God has called. It's okay, amen, to do what you had imagined to do. It's okay to spread your wings. Amen. And before I get to that, because I thank God, I got to give you, amen, like a little synopsis, amen, about Psalms 119. Amen. So you get to understand the Psalms 119. Amen. The book of Psalms, amen, 119 is 22 books. Amen. Each book had 8 verses. Amen. And each verse, amen, there's a letter. Yes. Amen. I just thought it was a name, but it's a letter. Amen. And that name, that name that's above, amen, Psalms 41, amen, is Vav. Amen. Which is the 6th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Amen. You got to realize something that, amen, the Hebrew alphabet, every alphabet in Hebrew means something. It's not like the English version, not, one word, amen, don't mean nothing. A don't mean nothing. But one letter, amen, in the Hebrew alphabet means something. There's a definition. There's a meaning, amen. It's not like A, B, C, D. There's no meaning in that. Amen. So, we see here Va, which is the 6th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And as we take a look at this letter in the Hebrew alphabet, it represented the Shekinah glory. 4 plus 2, the world plus the word of Jehovah, God, as well as man. Short of perfection, but it also represents the Messiah, who was born a man with all the human fraternities this implies. And it is a screaming, interesting letter. The letter Va then represents grace plus 1. Amen. That is Jehovah God the Father plus His grace equal redemption and transformation. Va pictures the salvation of stumbling, every sinful mankind through the grace of Jehovah God, which comes through both the Shekinah glory and the Messiah. Amen. We understand that this is the year of grace. Amen. God has equipped us, and He's going to allow us to perform, amen, greatness on this year. He's going to allow us to do, amen, what we are dreaming to do in this year. Because of His grace, His Shekinah glory. What causes us to not spread our wings is fear, though. That's something I want to talk about, fear. What causes us to not spread our wings and go? We know what the words say. Amen. You begin to worry every week. We know what it says. It says that you're going to be blessed. It said that you can be the head and not the tail. It said to go forth. But fear will keep you from moving forward. But I would like to know, all fear is not bad. All fear is not bad. Because sometimes when God tells you something, when God speaks to you to do something, sometimes it will frighten you. Sometimes you can doubt yourself. Because sometimes the dream that God put in you, or the idea that God showed you, amen, like starting a ministry, like running, having a school, like writing a book when you don't really have no education. Sometimes it'll frighten, like, what, that's me? Lord, you can't not be talking to me. But I'm going to let you know something. That's when you know it's God. When it frightens you. When you kind of doubt it a little bit. You know that's a God dream. Because if it's something that you can do, then it's not God. Because when God shows you something, and when you accomplish it, it's for Him to get the glory. It's for Him for people to see, like, wow. And for you to see, like, I did that, I accomplished that. But I want to let you know, even though God showed you something, even though you might be afraid at first of that vision, of that dream, of that idea that God has given you to start that business, to go out in ministry, to be on, amen, to do great things for His kingdom, to witness to people, to start that school, to write that book, to even go back to school and get your education. Whatever it may be. Don't permit fear to keep you from having success, or making a permanent decision for a temporary problem. Don't let fear keep you from making a permanent decision for a temporary problem. Sometimes, sometimes we do things like divorce. Sometimes the problem that we go through could cause us to allow us to make a permanent decision. The loss of a job. How many people have lost their money and just threw themselves off the roof? I look at Judas. Matthew 27, verse 3-4, and read, "Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that." It was good that he felt convicted. He was condemned because he realized that he made a mistake. He felt remorse. To the point that he said, you know what, I'm going to get back the change. But the thing is, he made a permanent decision was to hang himself on the cross. Because you got to understand, once you commit suicide, there's no coming back. There's no chance to repent. You to go out there, and people do all the time, amen, they go crazy. Because they don't, you see how men kill their girlfriend and kill themselves. Because they don't want nobody else to have them. And they make a permanent decision for a temporary problem. Like there's nobody else out there. Like you can't find somebody else. If she don't want you, so what? Leave. If he don't want you, don't stay there. Leave. Why are you going to be miserable in a relationship? Walk away. There's somebody else out there that God has for you. And the person that God has for you is better than what you have right now. God got somebody for you. And Judas made a permanent decision. But look at it, look at this. Another case, Peter. Another one that denied him. They both denied him. They both denied Jesus. But the only difference is Peter didn't kill himself. Peter repented. Peter